Well, it's a difficult one. It's very difficult because it's not just you. It's you are fighting a system. But one of the things I've learned is, I learned this a hard way. Like I learned it a very hard way, very difficult. It was very painful. But this is the conclusion. This thing took me about 3-4 years to learn. Out of pain, out of serious suffering, I learned it in a very hard way. But after 4 years, when I reflected and looked at it, I came with one conclusion. You must learn to fear God alone and honor people. So, in that situation, you must make sure that I'm not going to fear people. I'm going to honor them, but I'm not going to fear. Remember, honor does not mean agreeing all the time. Submission does not mean subservience. Remember, submission actually is equality, but you decide to lower yourself out of humility. So, you say, I'm not going to fear men, I'm going to fear God. In other words, I'm not going to do things that people are forcing me to do knowingly that they are not right. Okay? That's the first thing. The second thing, it's a wisdom issue. Let me just use an example. Let's say in a marriage context. If you're in a marriage context, I would say, you are not the best one to fight that fight. Put the pressure on this one that invited you in their home. But because if in the end, you know what it means. So there are people that are better to fight that fight for you. Even alapha in the bigger family, ukhona umntu oyi-equal yaba bantu bakufosayo. That one person might lean towards your son. Makanilwele. You go to the, in a conflict. We really respect the fact that kukholwa ngolhlobo apha and all those things. And really we're not opposed, but thina asikwazi bayinxalenye. Can you defend us? Where's our meetings? Because asikwazi uzilwela. So ezinye izinto ke ngoku they become wisdom issue, but you cannot get to a place where you are compromised, and all that. It's a bigger discussion because ezinye izinto specific to a certain family, we can have that. There's a funny example in the Bible. uNaaman xa egqitywa ukuhlanjwa iqhenqa uthi kuElisha, hey, I'm going back to my king. Ingxaki is that when my king worships, he leans on me to bow before his idols. So funeka ndihambe naye xa ezawuguqa uzokoyama ngaphi xa eguqayo. Wathi kuElisha, ndicela undiphe umhlaba wale ndawo ukwenzela xa ndiya phayana ndifike ndime phezu kwalo mhlaba xa eguqa. Now that's Old Testament. But already there were people that had this conflict from Old Testament days. Because now he says, I'm worshiping God alone. But ke ngondiqeshelwe uba koyanywe kum xa kunqula. It's wisdom issues. Because his heart is not there. But practically, he's expected to be there. So we can deal with specifics at the moment, but generally I'm saying, there's nothing you should do outside of your will generally. But it's not as easy. There are specific cases where uzawutargetwa. Kuthiwe le sifuna yenziwe ngubani because bafuna ukubonisa. Samkhupha ishori, sathatha uYesu simbeke ngapha, simbonise uba ungumakoti klomsi. Zikhona cases ezinjalo nje bakupruvele. So I'm sure we can deal with cases like those, but generally, no one should force you. I would say you should fight against those things, but how you fight matters. I think I would say choose your fights and choose your methods. Choose your methods, how you fight that fight. Zikhona izinto ezingengomasiko, for example. But indlela ezenziwa ngayo ufana eish. I mean, let's take an example. Mhlawumbe kuthiwa kwenziwa ipati yomntana ona-1. But uyabona xa kuthengwa iba amakheyisi anyuka udongo. Uyabona nje apha kuzawushuma nje apha. Le nto is not about this child. And we invite you, but uyabona kwa preparations nje ba. This is not about the child. So in Zamukuti, these matters are wisdom issues sometimes. ikhona apha ijonge khona. So it's either to come in or go out, but zikhona ezinye. For example, ekhaya abasindiswanga bonke abantu basekhaya. So if there's something like a funeral, like a tonton, there's going to be an issue.